Hello, everybody. What's up? Welcome to another episode of Slot Speak with Oklahoma Casino Review Slots. As we wait for people to come on in, I'm curious, how's your day going?
It's going good. Other than it's Sunday and I've got to go back to work tomorrow.
Dang, that sucks.
Yeah, well, you gotta keep working so you can play slots.
Yep, I work right now. I'm working 3 jobs so I can hopefully I can afford another Blackhawk trip soon.
Yeah. 3 jobs. That sucks.
Yep, I work at a retail store, at a pizza store, a boutique store, an internship. I babysit too. And now I'm gonna be ball backing, so I have 5 jobs.
Yeah, it keeps you busy.
It does. It's like nonstop.
There you go. There you go.
So I'm curious, how's the casino been treating you lately?
It's been up and down like typical. Had a couple good hits at the last couple live streams. It's gambling. You know,
It is.
if it was easy, they'd call it winning instead of gambling. So it's been up and down, but I can't complain. I have fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy doing the live streams.
That is so good to hear. I've not been gambling much, but my last live stream, I remember just how up and down and wild it was. I was like down to like my last $5. Then I also got $22 off of 5 cents.
Wow. Yeah. You gotta like that. They'll do that crazy stuff sometimes.
They will. It was a geisha machine. I got 5 bonus triggers, and bam, there it was.
You gotta like amazing. That. That's good stuff. Good stuff.
Definitely. So I'm curious, what's been your favorite game play lately?
I don't know if I really have a favorite. I had a real good 2 weeks ago. Neptune's Hunt for Neptune's Gold had a really good hit on a $2 bet, and I hit after the red screens ended right about $600.
That is so amazing.
Yeah, so that was nice. That was my stream from 2 weeks ago, so you can see it on my channel.
Definitely. What was your bet?
Not too far in. $2 bet. It was a nickel $2 bet.
That is so good to know. It's just crazy how volatile red screens are, but the moment they hit, bam, that's when it's good.
You just never know, you know. And I enjoy teaching people about red screens, and it's great. There's some channels out there. Recently, it seems like that are claiming to teach you secrets about slot machines.
They are.
And there's no secret to a slot machine.
Yep.
Know? So hey, Billy F and Slots.
Hey Billy, good to see you. And what really grinds my sorry, what were you saying? It cut out.
Well, I mean, you know, there's no secret to slot machines. There's a lot of channels. Some channels that aren't really slot channels per se that are, you know, will teach you how to hit a jackpot and things such as that, and it just doesn't work that way, unfortunately. Yeah. You know, it's gambling. It is what it is, and we all know that, right?
Yes.
So hey, Casino Lady Slots, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, that what really grinds my gears, especially if people say, "Hey, if you want to see me winning like that," even though they edit out all the losses, and they even edit and Photoshop the videos into making you think that they won huge. Especially if they charge you money for it, that will grind my gears the most.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I enjoy teaching people about red screens, about how they hit, about how they work. Red screens, which of course are class 2, obviously, are kind of a unicorn of the slot world in a way because they're only available in Oklahoma, and there's a part of Wisconsin that's got a few of them, I think. So. But yeah, Billy F and WinStar is huge. I've never been to WinStar before. It is freaking huge. I've been to Choctaw Durant. It's big, but WinStar is the biggest, I think, in Oklahoma, even after the addition of Choctaw. But I've never been there yet. I should go. It's only like 5 hours from me, but I just never have.
Yeah. Do you think we could all plan a trip to WinStar?
There you go. Well, you know. There's going to be an event in April at Home Casino at High Winds Casino. So Jackpot Joe slots and Casanova slots are coming to town.
Sweet.
And the casino, actually, High Winds, of course, most people know I've got a very good relationship with them. They're actually planning an event surrounded around this. We're gonna have some other local slot channels there, turn into a meet and greet. So it's really cool having the casino take the lead and basically sponsor slot channels. You know,
Wow.
we all know how we all know how Lorena, how you doing? We all know how difficult some casinos can be, right, with slot
Yep.
channels. But the amount of support I get from them is just crazily insane good. It
That
really
is so amazing.
it is. But I really like talking about red screens. Anybody out there, if you have any red screen questions, ask me. I'll do my best to answer them. Hey, Robert Kaczynski, how you doing? Um, sorry, I'm introducing guests, aren't I?
It's okay.
But I'm so used to it because during my live streams, that's one thing I really enjoy about a live stream is interacting with the people. You know, my channel's probably 95% live streams. I don't go to the casino and record hours on end. I do my live stream. Then I do what I call my pleasure gambling after that. Which, if I hit a good bonus, I may record it, but I don't go out and specifically record them, things like that. Um, Kansas City, Lewis. I don't know of any in Kansas City at all. I've never seen any there. It's a new one on me if there is. So, what is a red screen? A red screen is a class 2 slot machine. You're actually playing bingo. They are VGT, which video gaming technologies, which actually I could be wrong on the year here, but about 5 years ago, Aristocrat actually bought them. So Aristocrat actually owns VGT. You're literally playing bingo. So, and that's one of the things I like. I really enjoyed teaching people. If you go to my channel, there's a video that I did a live called "Let's Learn Red Screens." That'll help explain a lot to it. But in the corner of the screen, there is a bingo card, and you are playing against other players in the casino, and the payout is varies. Hey, Susan Roberts.
Hey.
Susan Roberts was my channel member. She's awesome. So, based upon your bet, how many balls it took to hit the pattern, and the pattern is what your payout is. So, and I like to show during my live streams good examples. In fact, it happened during my live stream this week. So, on a $3 bet, a dollar machine, $3 bet, single bars are $30. Okay, I got single bars, but it paid me $39. Paid me $39. Hey, Barry Norette, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. Michael Roberts, that's Susan's husband. He's also a channel member. They are super, super supportive. So anyhow, it pays with a bingo card versus what's on the screen. The reels are, as I say, just for entertainment purposes only. So hopefully that answers your question a little bit, but you're basically paying bingo. And also there are actually other class 2 machines that are not red screens. So our casinos have a mix of class 2 and class 3, which class 3, you're very welcome. Class 3 are what you would find in a normal Vegas casino. Hey, Slot Sister, how we doing?
Hey.
So Casino Lady Slots says she wants to do live streams, but reception is not good at my local. You need to go to Blackhawk. You know, the interesting thing about High Winds Casino is we actually have our own Wi-Fi channel.
Wow.
Reserved just for slot channels. So, which is way cool. So we're not on the same one that all the guests are on. And I can recall if I've never had an issue with it. So that's, again, like I said, they're super duper supportive. It's unbelievable how supportive High Winds Casino is. And that's
sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm curious, what dates is your April event? Is it this year or next year?
This year, April this year. We don't have a solid date yet. Melissa, who does all the marketing, is working on some stuff right now. But it's looking like it's a real good chance that VGT will actually be involved in it also. So that's pretty exciting. It will be the middle of April. As soon as we get everything all nailed down, the dates nailed down, we'll be pushing it out. through their channels, my channels, Jackpot Joe, Casanova Slots, all that good stuff. So I'm thinking in the next few days we'll have some solid stuff on it.
Sweet. If I can, I would love to go because I'd love to see you for the first time, see Jackpot Joe and Casanovas again.
It's gonna be a good time. We'll be doing some live streams from there, so
Sweet.
you'll at least be able to see us live streaming, which will be great.
That's
So,
good.
Slot Sister, how you doing? Are you getting along okay over there? She had that terrible wreck, that head-on accident.
I'm definitely praying for Slot System.
Yeah, you just never know. Billy Effin, high winds is only 12. That's only 12 hours. Billy Effin, come on, hop on and go.
Yes.
That's
What
right.
state is
Road trip time.
What state is Billy? What state is high winds in?
It's in Oklahoma. I live in Arkansas, about an hour and 15 minutes from there, but all the red screens are in Oklahoma. So it's in the northeast part, just in the corner by Missouri, basically.
Sweet. So I'm curious for those who are coming out of state. I'm like wondering what's the best way to get there.
Well, it depends which way you're coming from.
I'm coming from the direction of California.
From California?
Yes.
Well, Interstate 80 runs all the way across there, I guess, and then goes south, I reckon.
Sweet.
It's Interstate 49 runs north and south through Arkansas and down through, and it's off there a little ways. So, Quid Zoo wants to know if I have some tips for red screen games. It's funny. It's funny you asked that because we were just talking, and maybe you guys weren't here yet. There's some channels out there recently popping up that are claiming to give you insight in how to win on a slot machine because of their previous work history, that they worked in the slot machine industry, and it's not true. None of it is. The tips I can give you on red screens is watch your card. The more yellow the card is, the better chance you have of hitting a pattern. Okay.
Good to know.
But nobody can give you slot machine secrets because there are none. It's all random. The old saying a guy told me the other day, he says, casinos weren't built on winners. And it's very true. There you go, Michael. Michael Roberts, off Interstate 44.
Thank you. Someday I'm going to get my own. Someday I'm going to be able to drive.
There you go.
Someday.
So Barry Norris, you see a VGT office/industrial space here in Austin. They build here. Barry, that's possible. There is one in Tulsa also. Tulsa's about 2 hours from me, and there's a VGT place in Tulsa. So all of the different manufacturers have some sort of presence in Oklahoma, obviously, because they all have to service the machines and whatnot. So, but it's real possible. I know Texas is making a push to get casinos now. I'm not sure if it's going to work or not, but we shall find out. So yeah, no real tips other than watch that bingo card. I'm never going to tell you. I can tell you how to win. Watch my channel. I'll win. I'll lose. All that good stuff. So you just never know.
Also, I'm thinking for those who claim to have winning strategies and tips, what I would love to see is a live stream from one of these channels to prove the tips right.
That's right. Lorena, you're right. You won't see any red screen slots in Northern California because they're in Oklahoma. Oklahoma mainly. There is one they're basically in tribal casinos. And you'll mainly see them in Oklahoma. I think there's a place in Wisconsin that may have a couple. Nowhere near like we have in Oklahoma, but that's where you're going to see them at. And the big reason behind it is, and people don't realize this, is they are taxed less on bingo than they are slot machines. So even though it's a slot machine, you are actually playing bingo.
Yes.
So the casino pays less taxes on bingo than it does slots. So it's a good thing for them too. So yes, Barry, Eagle Pass, Texas has them. Thank you for that correction. But for the most part, it's gonna be Oklahoma for the most part, with a few scattered places. Slot system, why they're not nationwide? Um, I don't have a solid answer on that, unfortunately. Um, I think it's just the tribal packs that Oklahoma have made, and I need to do some research and see why. Um, but it's good for me because it's good for my channel because, like I said, red screens are kind of a unicorn in the slot world. So I get really good views from my lives and really good traffic from my lives because of that.
Definitely, I can definitely. And when I go to your lives, I notice that you can get. I notice that you. I notice that you do like have like 200 viewers because very rarely do people get to see red screens. But meanwhile, everybody sees Dragon Link, Panda Magic, Buffalo, and they're so common.
Lewis says because they're so noisy. Gamblers Unknown's in a lot of my lives, and he hates the bells. Uh, People who play red screens love the bells. And yes, if you spend a night in the casino, you will go to sleep that night and you will hear bells in your sleep.
Ding!
Every time, every time you hear a bell in a red screen casino, that's $10 for every ring.
Wow.
So yeah, so when you're there to listen, you can hear 10 rings, so once somebody won what they won, they won $100,
Sweet.
So that's the crazy part. So Quid wants to know if they have different odds. Yeah, I would probably say they do. The difference in now we do have class 3 machines in our casinos. We don't have just class 2s. We have both. So we have your typical ones you'll play in Vegas and whatnot also. But they operate different. So a typical class 3 slot machine has a random number generator inside of it. And that number is running all the time. And the second you hit that button, it stops on a number combination, which determines if you win, if you lose, or how much you win. It's a little bit different on red screens because you've got the bingo card and you've got the numbers, and of course, every time you push the button, the bingo card switches. The thing is people claim it's the whole casino, and I don't think so. But multiple people are playing the same numbers you have, and then the cards change. So I don't think it's the entire casino. It's more like banks of machines. And I don't know how that divides out, but I'm positive it's not the entire casino playing against each other. You're playing in banks.
Yes.
Some people have the belief if they play a bank of red screens that nobody else is playing, they win more, have better odds. I don't know that that's true. I have seen I got a message in the early Sunday mornings where it'll come up with a message waiting for players because there was not enough players playing for that spin. It'll take a second, but I've seen that happen occasionally. So, and you're right, Barry. It is. It's especially slot.
Definitely is.
That is a fact.
And also Cardzo does add up here in Seattle, the bingo's numbers do not change unless you tap the card.
Now, the bingo cards change every spin. They should. But we do have some class 2 machines here, not red screens, but we do have some here that you can tap the card and change the number. We do have a few of those. Or actually, I'm sorry, it changes the card, I guess you would say. And you can do as many times as you want. I don't know if that really helps you or not. When I've been losing, I've tried it. And, there's no way to tell if you would have won anyhow the next spin or if tapping the card really helped. But red screens, you cannot change the card. It does not change until you do that.
Barry is asking, Mike, many years ago, I heard Oklahoma casinos are based out on pari-mutuel, also known as like horse racing. More people playing, the more frequent the payout. True.
I think there's some truth to that in any casino with any slot. The more money that's going into machines, the more they can afford to pay out. So I think typically your best payouts are going to be when the casino is busy, and I've heard that from casino people who have told me that. So I don't think it's true just for red screens. I think it's true for virtually anything, in my opinion. They've got to have money coming in to pay out. That's just a simple fact of how it works.
Yes. And also, Slot Sister says, Simon, I may need your help to purchase a red screen. I can play at some rehab.
And I don't think it ever happens. I've got several used slot places on my Facebook and then on my LinkedIn, and they never have red screens.
Dang.
So, it may be a case where they have to have a server to operate to do the bingo cards.
Yes.
Much differently than a class 3. It's just a random number generator inside. So, but I have never seen one for sale. Doesn't mean it doesn't happen. I've just never seen that.
Definitely. And the reason why you cannot have a red screen for sale is because they're licensed out, and they often get destroyed on the way out. Like, each machine is required to get destroyed before they can get replaced. Then for the machines, they have to have a giant casino server themselves, like the SAA servers. However, it's like very hard to get that server because the casinos own all the rights to it, and they don't share the secrets. They have to make your own server.
That's right. That is correct. Casinos, lady slots, are there casinos with red screens in Seattle close to the airport? No, there's not.
Dang.
Oklahoma, Texas, well, one spot in Texas and one spot in Wisconsin. That's it. So, it wouldn't surprise me if the Oklahoma casinos, because there's so many, there's 150 plus casinos in Oklahoma.
Wow.
So there's a bunch. There is a bunch. So, that's, I think, Vegas obviously has more casinos, but I think Oklahoma's pretty close behind. They have a lot, just in the area, in high winds area where I play at. Michael, Susan, help me out here. There's probably, I don't know, 15 casinos within a 30-minute drive, give or take. So there's a bunch of casinos up that area right there by the Missouri border. So my closest one's about 45 minutes away, but they won't let me stream, so I won't talk about them.
Dang. That sucks.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. So, but that's where a lot of bands play, and I play enough. I get free rooms. In fact, we're staying there Friday night.
Yes.
They just don't. They don't understand the value in streamers.
They don't at all.
Friday night, I actually had a couple of ladies drive from Springfield, Missouri, just to meet me, and then a group of people drove from Kansas City, Missouri, just to meet me during my last game. So it makes you feel pretty good when people drive. A small channel like me, I'm just over 2,100 subscribers, almost 2,200, and people, driving to see me makes me feel really good.
It does. It's like one of the best feelings ever.
It is absolutely 100%.
So I'm curious, what got you into starting your channel?
So really, my channel is kind of a byproduct of my website. I decided to start a Oklahoma Casino Reviews website because there is no website that Susan Roberts says I'm a celebrity. I don't think I'm a celebrity, but I appreciate that. There was no website that focused on just Oklahoma casinos. You can go to Google, you can go to Yelp, and there's so many complaints on Yelp about bad reviews, and they can't do anything about it. So I decided to start a casino review website. And then my slot channel kind of birthed out of that as a side thing. Also on that website, if you're here and if you have a slot channel, go to oklahomacasinoreviews.com. If you do not see you on there, I have actually a slot channel directory on there. So you can actually claim it for free. It doesn't cost anything, and you can customize it however you want. Put your lives on there, things like that, links to your YouTube, because that I'm aware of, and I could be wrong, there is no YouTube slot directory anywhere on the internet that I'm aware of. And I could be wrong. And you guys correct me if I am wrong, if you guys know of one. So that's kind of an offshoot of that. And it'll be free for slot channels forever. So just another way to help people try to get their name out there. So I know it's a lot of work getting your name out, to see people to see you.
It is. It definitely does take a lot of hours content creating, and sometimes it can definitely take a lot of. It can sometimes take a lot of like money just to get one good video or one good stream.
It does. I mean, it's, a slot channel is expensive. Hey, Jay Real, thank you for
Hey
sharing
J
that
Real.
out. I appreciate that. Uh, yeah, a slot channel is expensive. It very much is, So uh, there's other niches I guess I could have got into that are less expensive that you can get footage, for free. That's why people do the Vegas tours ones where they walk around Vegas. It costs them some time and their phone battery. Is about it.
Yep.
So, but I enjoy gambling. I gambled before anyhow. So uh, I really, like I said, I like the live streams. I really, really enjoy the interaction with the people. Um, so I have a few videos on my stuff, but that's mainly live streams. That's just what I like. Uh, People who like my channel like the realism, I think, because you know I could put up nothing but winning videos, winning videos, winning videos. We all know you don't go to the casino win all the time. So the live streams just show the real side of it. That there's nights I lose my butt, other nights I do real well. So it just shows the real side of things.
That's what I really love about channels who do like a lot of streams, because like it's like, hey J Will, because like yeah, because like just like the idea of actually showing like what's going on versus versus a bunch of like videos that versus like a bunch of like videos that only highlight the wins. I really like channels that, for me personally, I really like channels that show the losses or like the spins leading up to the win.
Yeah, I was sitting after, to my pleasure, playing as I call it, after a live stream one night, and a guy struck up a conversation with me because he knew who I was, and he said, I watch your live streams all the time. He goes, for me, it's like homework, and my wife thinks I'm crazy. I'm like, what do you mean homework? He says, well, you may play a machine I've never played before, and I can watch and see how that machine pays out, how it works and whatnot, and I'm not wasting my money playing it trying to figure out how the pays work. And I guess I never really thought of it that way.
Hmm.
So, uh, and Lorena's right. You get to interact with others in live stream and meet new people. For those of you who haven't seen it, actually, Susan and Michael Roberts, who are in here, and actually another couple who we like, are good friends of ours, were actually in a commercial for Highlands Casino recently. They're doing the hoop and hot seats for March, and we were invited up there to film. And
Sweet.
actually, it was my wife and I, and Susan Roberts and Michael Roberts, and then Becky and Tony Ellison. And we're all good friends to start with, and they're all fans of my channel, which is great. So we got along real well. It was really cool. Hey, James, how are you?
Hey
Uh,
James.
so that's on my channel. It's really cool. And actually, uh, you're a purge. That's no good, J Real.
Oh
I hate
no.
when YouTube does that crap. It's a pain in
Same
the
here.
butt. But the footage they took will be in commercials throughout the year. They took more footage than just that, and it was a lot of fun. It really was. And yeah, Lorena, you're right. To see the new slots and different ones you may not have seen, but I don't typically um, watch a lot of channels of recordings. Most of what I do is live stream when I watch, even because that's what I enjoy. I enjoy even the interaction with the people. Last night, there was a live stream last night. Jackpot Joe was there with WCF boys up in Michigan. I watched that stream, so I enjoy that.
Sweet. I totally agree. I find lately that I really gravitate towards live streams just because of how fun and interactive they are. And live streams, watching a bunch of live streams totally makes my night, even if I forget to chat at times.
Sure, absolutely. Barry Norette, your question. High Winds does not currently have a
Mm-hmm.
a hotel. Yes, they have a casino. They better have one.
Yep.
It is in the works though, so I don't have a timeline, but they will have a hotel pretty soon, which will be nice. I'll kind of like that because I would probably do some 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 more live streams later in the evening but I have an hour and 15-minute drive. Jay, really, you're right, 100%. They're the best. Barry, a couple of casinos with hotels close by, and there is a Holiday Inn that's, I don't know, 5 miles down the road, if even that. And actually, High Winds can get you a discounted rate there. So get a hold of me if you're ever going to come up here, and I can hook you up with that. But they do get a discounted rate at the Holiday Inn that's right close by.
Sweet. That is so good to know. Do you think I could... Sorry.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
Do you think I could ever come down to meet you one day?
Well, yeah. Come on. Get in. Drive on down here.
I wish I had a car.
California.
I don't even have a license.
You'll have to fly then, I guess, won't you?
I'll fly.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you think... Yeah, do you think I could fly?
No, go ahead. You're fine.
Do you think I could fly down? Do you think I could fly down to like where you are, then take the hour and 15 drive with you?
Yeah, there's a airport that's just hour and 15 minutes away from High Winds.
Sweet.
Yeah, so the thing about High Winds is that I like. Say, look, Susan Roberts says, "Come on down." It's a smaller casino. There's only, I'm ballparking. I think there's about 450 slots there. Michael, Susan, that's about right, you think? But I have a theory, and I don't know if it's right or wrong. But my theory is gambling, I don't care if it's red screens, what it is, it's about sitting at the right machine at the right time with the right bet. Okay? That's what it boils down to. All these channels that tell you, hey, I can tell you how to win a jackpot, they're full of crap. But my feeling is the smaller casino, you have better odds of sitting at the right machine at the right time. Billy Effin, it's NWA. It's in Bentonville.
Good to know.
And then, well, Springfield's not that far either. Springfield has an airport also. So you could fly into Tulsa, you could fly into NWA, or you could fly into Springfield. So any of the three, probably about the same distance, I would think. So all within an hour and a half drive from there, probably.
Is there a shuttle?
There's no shuttle. I was talking to Melissa and a couple other people the other day, and I was joking around that somebody needs to start a red screen experience tour in that area. Where you shuttle people to the different casinos, because so many people don't know about the red screens, and you can take them around, teach them about them, and shuttle them for a fee, whatever. So who knows? Maybe someday when I retire, maybe I got to afford something like that, But there are different tours for different things and areas, So a red screen tour would be kind of cool.
Definitely, I would love to go on the red screen tour.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a good time.
Yeah, and also I'm curious, on the red screen tour, what casinos would the shuttle take you to?
Well, in the area, you've got again within a 30-minute area, you've got Riverbend, Indigo Sky, Buffalo Run, Outpost Casino. In Miami, there's probably 3 or 4 casinos in Miami, and then if you go a little further north, you've got Downstream Casino, which is a pretty good sized one. So there's, like I said, there's a lot of casinos in that area. All have red screens. All have regular Class 3 machines also. So the big thing is most of them don't let you stream.
Dang.
So there are 2 other casinos I could go stream at. I choose not to because High Winds has been so supportive of me. And being they're close by casinos, they are competition. So that's just my personal choice. There are some slot channels who have branched out going to those other casinos, but they don't get the kind of support that, yes, Grand Lake, Stables, and Qualpa. I forgot those, Susan Roberts. There's a bunch of casinos there. You can't remember them all.
Yep. It's like the Great Lakes in Michigan. So many, like 100 lakes. Yeah,
exactly. So that's why I stick at the High Winds Casino. The support I get, they call us up and ask, when was the last time anybody called you up and asked you to do a commercial at their casino,
Never.
So it was, made us feel really good, even though we're not much of actors, but all we do is shoot some baskets. So that was that was pretty cool. We had a lot of fun with it. So, and like I said, we'll be on. They took some footage of my wife and I walking into the casino, and that'll be on a later commercial. Susan Roberts, they took some footage of her winning at a machine, and another, I think, a bar scene, and so it'll be in different ones throughout the year.
Sweet.
So keep an eye on my YouTube channel. I'll be posting them up there as they come out. So, hey, Ark and Rock chick, that's my wife there.
Hey, Alchemok.
Quid, if I say her name right, Quid Zoo, is that right? I hate getting names right. You know, yes. Let me just say yes. Here's the thing. I know a lot of people go to casinos without permission and record, okay? But honestly, you're really better off to go to your casino and ask them, hey, I have a slot channel, can I record? You're going to make friends with them much better than you recording and them catching you, okay? There's a few things you got to keep in mind when you're recording. People in a casino don't want to be recorded. They may be there and their wife doesn't know they're there, or their husband doesn't, or whoever, right? And they see you on a live stream and see them, and they get in trouble. So when I have fans come up to me, I'll ask them, hey, do you want to say hi to everybody? They'll say yes or no. If they say yes, I'll flip around, hey, this is so-and-so, you know. If not, that's fine. But I always ask permission before I put them on camera. That's just how it works. So you're really better off. You know, we actually have because of some things another slot channel did, which were bad, we actually have an agreement we signed now. The agreement's not bad. It just covers the casino's butt. There's nothing wrong with that. But, and I had no problem signing the agreement because, you know, I don't want the casino to get in trouble, you know, nor myself. So, and, you know, I'm promoting the casino, and you guys know I promote High Winds a lot, and I'll continue to do that because they've been so good to me. So it's a two-way street. And Susan Roberts plays a lot of different ones in the area. And it's kind of funny because you ever watch the TV show Cheers? You know, everybody watches Norm. Oh, you should watch it. It's an older show. But any of you have, High Winds reminds me of that because you walk in and everybody knows you. You know, I know all the slot techs. I know the floor manager. I know the people. I mean, I know everybody in the whole casino, you know. So you're going there to play where your friends are at. And that's pretty cool. That really is. J-Real, the biggest red screen and non-red screen slot machine, plus your favorite go-to and bucket list. Dang, that's a bunch of questions. So my biggest jackpot on red screen was a year ago, November, Thanksgiving night. It was $4,000 on a $3 bet. It was on a Ark Rock check. Help me out. I'm drawing a blank. It was the not the Ruby, the other one.
Ruby's Night Out.
Do what?
Ruby.
No, it wasn't Ruby. It was. Dang it! They'll help me out in a minute. So anyhow, I did at another local. We were there on a Thursday night, and I was playing a $5 machine. I don't do many $5 machines. I was betting a single. It was Fox on the Run. No, it wasn't Diamond Honey. It was the other girl. I'll think of it in a minute. We played her during the group pool we did. Gems and Jewels. See, I knew I'd get it. It was Gems and Jewels. And see, Slotty math teacher said it right when I did. But I was playing Fox on the Run and betting $5, and I put $100 in it, and I hit a $2,500 jackpot. Wait for them to come. They get the information, reset the machine, go to pay me out, and I have pictures to prove it. 9 minutes later, I hit the same hit again for another $2,500. So I hit $5,000 within 9 minutes of each other. So my favorite machine. Wow, favorite go-to. That's tough because there's so many good ones. I'll tell you, for risk, his go-to machine's anything to pay. That's my wife. She's right. If I think it'll pay, it's my favorite. You guys probably see me play it frequently and probably see me play it on my Facebook Lives, but there's a 5-line nickel duck machine. It's only $1.25 max bet. But I'm telling you, Ark and Rock Chick, all these people will tell you it hits a $5,040 jackpot on a regular basis. And no, you're right, Michael Roberts. It's not the squirrel, that damn tree rat. I hate that machine. Uh, um, so yeah, it's one of my favorites because if you're betting $1.25 and you can hit a $5,000 jackpot, that's pretty good odds when you look at your risk versus reward. So, Lucky Pony. I don't think I've ever played Lucky Pony, Robert. I don't believe I have. So, and bucket list. I don't know. I guess my bucket list wouldn't be a slot. I guess it would be getting to more casinos. We've been down to Durant. We've been to Tulsa. I've been all the way up in the Northeast area. I've not been to WinStar yet, which is huge. I'd like to go there at some point. And maybe get over by Oklahoma City a little more. There's just so many casinos around. I just don't. I guess that'd be my bucket list. I don't have a bucket list slot. Unless I could win enough money to play a $25 or $100 machine, but I don't see that happening in the future. So, hey, you're welcome, Jerrilla. Hope you like those. Slot machines that sell bonuses. Lorena, I don't think I've seen one. Michael, Susan, you guys go to a lot of casinos. Have you seen one where you can actually buy a bonus? I know I've seen Stacia Slot Channel up in Iowa. They have machines you can actually buy a bonus for $30 or $50 or whatever the case may be. I have not seen any of those in Oklahoma. So, Michael, Susan, let me know if you guys have ever seen one. But I know they exist, and I watched Stacia's live chat slot one morning, and she bought a $30 one and one more. Bought a $50 one, only won like $30. So they were. Susan said they were. Let me answer that for you. I have one, which means you go. Oh. You go, so we go. Honey, that don't make any sense. Simon, read that and tell me if that makes sense. You need me to answer that for you.
You need me to answer that for you. LOL. I have one, which means you go to, so would you like to check out WinStar for a weekend?
I think that's a yes, is what that is. It was a little confusing when I read it, so I hate when that happens. That's my wife for you. You're welcome, Lorraine. I hope I answered your question. I think Barb C's got a question down there, I think.
Here's the question.
You can buy a bonus, and the channel bought it, and it was not worth it. Yeah, I agree. Oh, WinStar's opened a concert. They didn't have one before, Barry? As big as that place, you would have thought they would have had one before. I didn't know that. Barry's down south, so he knows all the happenings down in that area. We have been to Choctaw and seen Eric Church down there, which was really a cool concert. Very, very good. I got pretty drunk. I got so drunk I didn't even gamble afterwards. So, look at Stacia's Slot Channel.
Hey, Stacia.
I was just talking about you, Stacia. Just talking about you buying bonuses. How many machines up in Iowa can you guys buy a bonus with? Because supposedly WinStar has them locally. My casinos I go to, I've never seen them yet. I know you bought a bonus. Last weekend or whatever. Concert venue. That's got my wife reeled in on that one. So, yeah, she bought a bonus. But like I said, they have 2 Coin Trio machines. So is Coin Trio the big one that you can buy them on? I don't know. So that one's kind of new to me.
I've never heard. Sorry.
Never heard of buying them or Coin Trio?
I've never heard of Coin Trio before in my life.
It's a real one. I've seen it. See, WinStar has never seen buy a bonus, so it's hit and miss, but they have. I laugh at this. Barry, you've probably seen these. We don't have them that I know of, or at least not in Northeast Oklahoma, but they have coin pusher slot machines now also. So, yeah, but the coin pusher used to be in the gas station for the quarters and stuff. Yes. They have a slot machine based off of that now. They also have a claw one where you pick up the kids' toys. Yes. They have a claw slot too. So, Anyhow, J Real opened a fortune cookie.
He did. He opened it, smacked it open. I decided not to go to the casino today. I just opened this fortune cookie and said today's decision are the most fortunate. Is that a sign?
Well, you didn't lose any money. You didn't win any money. So, here's the thing. I went to the casino 2 weekends ago, our local one where I can't stream at, and I played slots for 6 hours.
Wow.
And left with the same money I walked in with.
Sweet.
That's a win to me. Didn't lose any money, didn't win any money, but didn't lose any. So to me, that's a win. So some people will say it won't be, but I think it is.
That's definitely a win. And also, hey, Melbourne Slots. Good to see
Melbourne,
you.
how are you? Yeah, as you were saying?
I do find it a really huge win if I can put like a $20 a $20 bill. I was about to say $20 slot machine into a slot machine. That would have been so gross.
Well, that's my thing is putting $20 at a time in. And some people dog me for that, but it helps me keep control of my money.
Yes.
Now, if I'm playing Neptunes, I'll put like 40 in, maybe or 20 and 20 in some free play. But, my wife dumps all of her money and runs around the ticket. I'd lose. I have no self-control. I'd play that 100 down. Tracy, you're right. A win is a win, 100%.
It is. I do have to agree. If I can walk out of the casino with my same $20 bill or $5 bill as I started with, I have won for the night. At one point, I managed to get a $5 bill to last me like an entire hour, which I found an absolutely huge win.
Wow, that's crazy. That's pretty good. I don't think I've ever done that before, but that is really good. So,
if you ever, sorry.
No, go ahead. You're fine.
If you ever visit me in Blackhawk, I can show you how to do that kind of.
I've watched you before. I play some of the machines that you play at Blackhawk. So the ones you can bet 30, 60, 90 cents on. And I've done pretty well on those machines sometimes. Even on a 30 and 60 cent bet. They'll pay out quite well. I got up one we stayed the night, got up one Sunday morning, and I put $20 in one betting 60 cents. And it has the must hit jackpots, And I hit the one that has to hit by 500. I hit it at 475. So I was pretty happy with that.
Sweet. That is so cool. But do you know what the name of the machine was?
I'd have to think about that because I'm bad with machine names, as you can see. Oh, Susan Roberts has been to Blackhawk.
I can't wait to meet you.
So Jay Real wants a OCR drawing a picture of Simon playing a red screen slot machine. Wait a minute. It would be better to have Simon draw a picture.
No, you draw it. Jay was asking you.
Have you ever seen the caves, the stick men? That's what I would draw. So yeah, that would be crazy.
Alrighty, so I would do the drawing.
You can draw much better than I can.
Yes, Blackhawks in Colorado. So let's whip out the drawing pad because we're gonna be doing some art tonight.
Yes, Stacia, it was a Konami machine. It was one of the machines you played in your lives. Just don't remember which one it was.
All right, let's flip this camera around. StreamYards can be such a pain.
My wife says I have no creativity skills. Huh.
All right, there you go. So what's J-Real wanting? All right, so instead of Simon, I'm going to be drawing Oklahoma Casino Reviews. Going to be drawing you.
There you go. She don't draw herself, apparently, J Real. Billy F, and everybody's asking you about getting better. Have you been sick, buddy? I didn't know that. J Real, that's exactly what I would draw. It would be a stick figure, 100%. Yes, Susan Roberts. I got her to marry me, so I had to be creative in that, right? God, look at her. Look at her draw. Good Lord.
Here you go. You're winning a
OCR
jackpot.
shirt on. She is, honey.
It's lots of fun. It's lots of money.
There you go. Amazing. Simply amazing.
What's your favorite red screen?
Oh, polar high roller, lucky ducky.
Alright, polar high roller. It is if I can remember how to draw a polar bear.
There you go.
That's the best polar bear I can draw.
It's way better than I could draw. I promise you that.
He's holding a beer. And
She's done an incredible job of drawing me.
Here's the bingo card and the bingo balls.
There you go. There you go.
Balls for days.
There you go. There you go. I think her drawing looks better than I actually look in person.
Ding, ding, ding. Don't forget them bells.
Holy cow, that is awesome.
There you go. Don't forget to rinse so the slot machine don't overheat.
That's right. That's right. You have those fans running in there.
Whoa.
Speaking of heat, it was hotter than crap in the casino Saturday night.
There you go, fans.
Look at that. Guys, give her a round of applause. Is that awesome or what? Yeah, Crystal, it is. It is amazing. Look at that. I cannot.
Thank you so much, Crystal.
Like that. Simply amazing.
New short. Susan says. Froze. My StreamYard just froze.
Yep, it's coming back. Give it a minute. It can be a pain sometimes, I think. Oh, I think she left me. Now it's the OCR show, everybody. She's got there. She is. She's back.
I'm back.
I said it turned into the OCR show. Oh man, that was fabulous, Simon. That was amazing. Very, very amazing. My wife wants you to send her a picture of that, by the way.
I definitely send you a picture, and that will make a great T-shirt idea. Since you're a Slot Speak guest, I can actually finalize it and send you a high quality version for your T-shirt.
That would be incredible.
I'll do it after this episode.
All right. Hey, let us market you. Welcome in.
Hey, let's market you.
Let us market you in a lot of my live streams. I see him in there quite a bit. So, any more red screen questions that I can't answer? Because I probably can't.
Oh, does anybody have any more questions? So while we wait for some more questions, I'm like really curious. What got you drawn to red screens in the first place?
Well, it's kind of funny. Scotty H-Town, buddy, how are you? Scotty's so funny. He's got a Tahoe that needs a wiper blade. If anybody has a Tahoe wiper blade, help the boy out, would you? He's been missing that wiper blade for like a year now.
Dang.
So we moved to Arkansas from Illinois 7 years ago. In fact, basically I was November. The wife stayed and got the house sold in February. So basically February. So that's why I give Jackpot Joe Slots a hard time, because he lives in Illinois. I know how crooked and crappy a state Illinois is. So that was kind of the connection Jackpot Joe and I got when I give him a hard time all the time. But in Illinois, south of where we lived at was Paducah, Kentucky, was Metropolis, Illinois, about 50 miles away. And there was a casino there. So just a quick history, not to bore everybody. And Stacia Slot Channel will know this because she lives in Iowa. When Illinois first had gambling, it was riverboat gambling. So you literally, I'll let you thank Scotty real quick.
Also, thank you so much, Scotty, for the $5 super chat. Hello, beautiful people. Woo! Thank you so much.
So it was riverboat gambling. You actually had to cruise on a river. And they were... back then was some of my favorite slots that I don't see anymore. double moolah, haywire, double haywire, all those single line IGT slots that used to be really popular. I love those. A couple of times I went there and walked off with $5,000 tax free. That was back in the days when you had to put the coin in, to chunk out, and you had the bucket, you put your coins in. But anyhow, the sucky part was they cruised for like 2 hours. And then I think they docked for an hour and then cruised for 2 hours. Well, they may dock and you're still playing your machine and you're still winning, so they go cruise. And then a half hour into the cruise, you lose your money and you're out of money. So you got to hang out on the boat until you can't just leave like a regular casino. So they eventually moved them to land and docked them and stuff. So we'd go to the casino twice a year, maybe. We didn't do it a whole lot. And when we moved here, we didn't know anything about red screens, didn't know anything about casinos. The riverboat was fun. It really was fun, honey. She said, the wife says she misses them. So we didn't realize when we moved to Arkansas how much time we would spend in Oklahoma, because we spend a ton of time. West Siloam, where we go to watch all of our bands, we'll be there this Friday, is only 45 minutes away. So it's not a bad drive. So we knew nothing about red screens. We learned. And I did a lot of research on them, and I focused on them. So in that short amount of time, I've become very knowledgeable about how they work. I've done research on them. I've watched them, things like that. So the interesting part was when I started my slot channel, nobody talked about patterns until I started it in my area anyhow. And now other slot channels in my area talk about the patterns, even though some of them don't understand them. But I'll show the patterns after a win. Here's what I got: a Christmas tree, an arrowhead, whatever, because the different patterns pay out differently based on the amount of balls that are called. So I like sharing the patterns with people. So Alabama, same as Oklahoma, yes and no. So Oklahoma casinos do have Class 3 machines. We've got the Buffalo machines. We've got Dragon Link. We've got Lightning Link. All the 88 Fortunes, all those. We have all those same machines, except for we have the red screens where Alabama does not have. So I guess that would answer that question, I would say.
Also in Alabama, it's like they run off of bingo patterns too. So there's no red screens there. However, there's you can get games like Ultimate Filing, and you can get a lot of Ainsworth games in Alabama. Because when I visited Alabama, they also have some kind of racino where they base their wins off historical horse races, and that's the primary casino there are rattles and bingo cards.
I've seen the racino names before. Is that's what that means? I didn't know what a racino was.
Yes, a racino. What they do is they take a bunch of horse races. It's called historical racing. Then they take that and for each reel, depending on how the horses race, that's your win.
Really? Okay. I know most if not all tribal casinos have Class 2 machines as far as I know, and we have Class 2 machines. Like I said, that if you go to Choctaw down in Pensacola, which is about an hour and a half from us, there'll be an 88 Fortunes Class 2 machine, because I have a bingo card on it where you're bet at, okay? And we have an 88 Fortunes Class 3 machine, so they actually have them both. So really your best bet, if you're playing a Class 2 or Class 3, look for a bingo card. Some of them are very small. Some of them are not real, jumping out and say, hey, I'm a Class 2 machine, right? But you'll see a mix of those. So
definitely, because it's a small bingo card after all.
We do have casinos in Arkansas now. We've got 3 of them, but I won't go to them. Well, they're 3 hours away anyhow. They're in southern Arkansas, but there's no red screens. They are owned by the tribal, but there's no red screens.
Dang.
So I just, I don't play exclusively red screens at the casino. When I stream, I do. But Quidzu, the patterns, what I mean by patterns is again, if you go to my channel, it'll be easier for you to understand if you watch it. Go to my channel, Oklahoma Casino Reviews Slots, and look for my lives and look for Let's Learn Red Screens. That'll help you out better. But basically, Um, the patterns are they have arrowhead. They've got all kinds of crazy different things that you hit. And if you hit in the balls called, the less amount of balls called for that pattern is there you go is paid more. Okay, corporal stripes is one of your biggest ones. Uh, private stripes is a pretty commonly hit pattern, but so a private stripes pattern with less balls called will pay more than one down further on the game where there's more. So Arkansas for jobs, mostly Ryan Lake, other than 8% time spent in Oklahoma. She's 100% right. 100% right. Moving to Arkansas was a great thing. We have a lake 5 miles from us. We have a boat. We have a Harley we ride. So, yep, she's 100% right about that. Scotty. Well, if you're not used to red screens, they can definitely be confusing. There's no doubt.
Yep,
You have to come to
confusing as
more of
heck.
my live stream, Scotty, and watch. So, but red screens are a lot of fun. Their volatiles like in your slot. So, I mean, you can lose your butt or win a bunch of money. We after during my stream Saturday night, we were playing a Ruby machine, 5-line Ruby. Look who came in here. Jackpot Joe slots. Holy cow. OpenV it's one of those crappy ones, but you know what, Jackpot Joe, the other crappy one that will pay sometimes is Eyes. Eyes is just the two right above the free space. Either side is Eyes. Most time Eyes pays crap, don't pay nothing. Rare occasions, it'll pay out good because of the amount of numbers called. But Open V is a very common one. Inside corners is a very common one. Those are the more common, easier to hit, so they pay less. Buttons, that's correct. Barry Norret, buttons is one. So anyhow, yep, buttons. But so Jackpot Joe will be here. If you've got more than two, yes, Joe, I've got more than 2 red screens. He's being stupid now. I actually have a video up. I told you, Joe's from Illinois. That's why I give him a hard time, because I know how crappy Illinois is. The thing is, he'll agree that Illinois is a crappy state. He just has to stay there because he has a business there. So, I've got a 9-line penny machine betting $1.80. I think I got 12 or 13 red screens that paid almost $700. So while I don't go record videos at the casino, what I will do is I'll snip out, because my streams are sometimes 2 hours, and people don't always watch them all. So I'll snip out a good win of one and then post it as a replay on my channel. So Joe, hot dog does pay good. It does, honey. Jackpot Joe has another question right there.
What
and
does
only he gets that pattern from me.
Here we go again.
Yeah. That's Jackpot Joe. He's okay, but I'm gonna get him back in middle April when he's here.
Yep.
So, yep.
Hey, exactly. Brad.
Gonna get him back for sure.
All I can think about is that middle finger pattern and just how elusive it is. That middle finger pattern should pay you the grand jackpot.
It should be absolutely. Joe. The upside down pineapple one, honey. Joe knows a lot about upside down pineapples. Just ask him; he'll tell you.
You mean the drink, the cake, or the payout?
Just the upside down pineapple.
Who lives in the pineapple house under the sea? Jackpot Joe.
That's right.
Joe.
Hey, Gamblers Unknown.
Hey, Gamblers.
Good Lord. Wow.
Everybody's here to party.
Scotty H-Town has another question down there, I think.
All right, Scotty H-Town. Do you feel that machines pay out better when you bet higher?
I think that's probably true for any machine, to be real honest. I mean, the more they're a multiplier, so the more you bet, you're going to get a higher win, But I don't think, and this Jackpot Joe won't like to hear this because Jackpot Joe loves to bet high. Gamblers Unknown bet semi-high. Not quite as high as Jackpot Joe, I don't think. But you don't always have to bet high to win. That's the thing, they've taken them out now because they replaced them with new what I call super hit jackpot machines, where they have a progressive jackpot that runs the state of Arkansas. I'm sorry, Oklahoma. Sorry about that. But 2 weekends betting $2 on this crazy cherry red screen, I hit a $500 hit twice in two different streams, betting just $2. So I look at.
I just couldn't help it.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Get Gamblers Unknown's up there. He's right. It depends when he's up. You're right, Gamblers Unknown. I'll bet a little higher from up. Joe just bets high, period. Joe does what we call buy jackpots. He buys them because he stuffs money in there long enough that it's going to give him a jackpot. Sometimes it's not as much as he stuffed his money in, but it's okay.
Yep.
We still love
Joe.
That's right. Yeah, Michael Roberts is right. They play like I do. They play a lot of different denominations and different bets, and high bet does not always get it. The thing with Class 2 machines is some nights the two bets on, what I call the two bets on. You can bet 3 all night long on a dollar machine, no nothing. You go to 2-bet, and it'll pay you more than what you would have done on a 3-bet. So my advice would be, if you go to a Class 2 casino, walk around the casino. Take a look at people who are playing, people that are winning, and see what their bet is. Now, it's not a guarantee, but it'll help you decide, hey, should I bet 2 bets? Should I bet 3? What should I bet? I've seen people betting $1 hit very good. There's a Crazy Bill in the local place I go to. I see people all the time betting $1, and they'll get Crazy Bill 7 for $480 betting $1. When you look at your risk versus reward, that's actually pretty good. When you win 480 times your bet. Yes, you can, Scotty H. Town. You can win $1,000 on 50 cents. And I've seen them hit on 50 cents more times than not.
Oh, yeah, it's because more people are able to afford 50-cent bets.
Mm-hmm. Gamblers Unknown, you're the grand major chaser. Put your 2 cents in, 50 cents on grands. You've seen a lot of them hit, haven't you? That's the same one. Joe just bets high. When it's a jackpot, Joe. Mostly the minute you walk in the door, jackpot Joe. You are not going to cry. Don't you lie to me. Oh my gosh. He's usually live giving me a hard time, or my live's giving me a hard time. So it's nice to turn the tables once in a while.
Yeah, flip the table over.
That's right. But no, Jackpot Joe's got a great channel. I enjoy watching him play. It's he's a lot of fun. He's got a good sense of humor. We banter back and forth a lot. The first thing he does when he comes into my live is he asks, "Have I missed a jackpot yet?" Because he knows I've not got a live jackpot as of yet. So it's a standard line. I think Gamblers Unknown's got a comment down there, an important
Yeah,
one.
it is Gamblers Unknown. Sorry, Jackpot Joe. You're going to cry now. You can go cry. Gamblers Unknown is asking, doesn't matter, you're going to see more grands on low bets because low bets are predominantly played.
I'll agree, Gamblers Unknown. And, most of the, at high wins in particular on the Lightning Links, it's a lower bet casino overall, generally. But I have seen more grands hit on 50-cent bet than I have anything else. I just have. Yes, Michael Roberts has got something important also down there.
Michael says, High Wins has an area where you can win under the radar jackpots just for playing. Under the radar jackpot is a jackpot that is below the taxable amount of $1,200.
Yep. They've got 4 levels. They all have a must hit by area. If you watch my lives, there's a yellow tape in that area. Anything in that area, just for having your player's card in, you can win money. So it's I'm not seeing another casino have anything like it. It's way cool. They've got projectors on all 3 sides that show the jackpots currently, shows what machine hits. It's very cool. It's very cool. And I've won some money there. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That is so cool. I've never seen a casino do that. And also, Lettuce Market, it says you get more spins low rolling.
Yeah, it's kind of debatable, I guess. I've had nights where I low roll and I think, God, I lost my butt tonight. Maybe I should have been betting higher, right? Because you're trying to make your money last longer or whatever. You do get more spins. Um, you know, it's just you just never know what the machine's going to pay. You know, yes, higher bets typically pay out more because you're playing more, but you're also risking more.
Yep.
So there is that. So
That is so true.
so Michael Roberts, did you hit the under the radar in Area 51? Oh, someone. You didn't win it, right? Somebody else did. There you go.
All right, so we got.
Have you heard of this, Simon? If you have, go ahead.
All right, so we got two questions, one from Barry Note and one from Scotty. Barry's asking, has anyone heard about the W2G being raised to $5,000? Haven't seen any news in the legislation.
You tearing things up over there, Simon?
I am. I'm getting this party started.
Have you heard about this yet, Simon?
Nope.
Okay. So yes, last year they introduced a bill to raise the taxable jackpot to $5,000 from $1,200. It didn't go anywhere. So if my numbers are correct, 1978, I think it was when they decided that $1,200 is a taxable jackpot. When you take inflation into account, it really should be $5,000. So they couldn't get it for a vote, but just a couple of weeks ago, I don't remember the lady's name. If you go to my Oklahoma Casino Reviews Facebook page and scroll down, you will find it there because I shared it out there. There's a lady in Las Vegas who is introducing it again. She's apparently on some coalition now or some whatever. So she thinks she has a better chance of getting it to a vote and getting it pushed through. We'll see. I think it should happen. No, it's not going to be good for the IRS, but it's good for everybody involved. Okay, you can win $2,000 and not be taxed, where taxed everything is crazily to death. Imagine how much it's going to save the casino. Okay,
a lot.
How many nights have you been at the casino and your machine broke and you wait forever because they're paying out jackpots? Okay, it'd be less paperwork for them, less work for them. So, with the exception of the IRS, it would be a good thing for everybody involved.
Yep.
Hopefully it gets pushed through. If you guys go to my Oklahoma Casino Reviews Facebook page, I'll try to keep you updated on that page best I can. I try to keep it updated with what's going on. There's funny Barry asked because there's actually a live video also, or actually what I did live on my Facebook page about this exact subject about a year ago, because most people didn't know anything about it. The best thing anybody can do is contact your politicians. Whoever is in your area, the federal level, write them, tell them, hey, this needs to happen. There's power in numbers. I'm really surprised, honestly, as many slot channels as we have on YouTube, that people have not gotten together yet and really pushed this. I'm one of the few people I know that have been really vocal about it, but it's good for everybody. So there's your answer, Barry, that I know of. Play less lines. So you're saying on a 50 line machine, Scotty plays like maybe 40 or 30. It's iffy. Neptune's Gold, you play 20 lines, and I see people playing half the lines. And it's going to depend on what you're talking about, because if you're talking about a bingo machine, the lines really don't matter technically because it's on the payout of the card. On a class 3 machine, it may make some difference. I'm just a firm believer the machine's going to pay you what's going to pay you. That's just my feeling. So I don't know. Does he seem to? I'm not seeing it. Does he do well in less lines, Scotty? So I'm not really seeing that.
Neither have I. All right. So Jackpot Joe has something to say to you.
Yeah, he always does.
Lots of stuff. So you like SC guys private run-on-run lives.
Everybody has their thing. Everybody has the thing that works for them. For me,
They
it's putting
do.
$20 in a slot machine. I've put $20 in and won $500 or $600, $700, $800. So I put $20 in and in 2 minutes it's gone. I move on to the next machine. So that's the other thing Joe gives me a hard time about is I move machines. Where he will play a machine for maybe an hour, keep losing. I move machines around. Again, I'm going back to the odds game, right? It's a matter of the right at the right time. Quincy's got a question.
I want to whistleblower to disclose how slot machines really work.
Well, there's actually a video floating around currently on YouTube. I can't remember who it is. Maybe someone will remember. Who went to the Ainsworth factory in Vegas. Gamblers Unknown, I know you've seen it. Somebody shared it on your Major Chasers page. And they talked a little bit about it. The bottom line is if you're involved in programming a slot machine, I promise you have signed an NDA that has got more teeth and hooks in it that they'll bury you if you ever said anything about it, right?
Yep.
And slot machines, Jackpot Joe, you know how I feel about that. I'm not going to go there. I don't think that anybody really knows. Okay. You got to remember, and people get so confused about this. When they go to a casino like in Vegas, you'll see that bank of machines that say 98% payback, right? Well, that's true. But that 98% payback is over the entire life of that machine. So what's the life of the machine? It's hard telling. So it's just crazy. And that little bit of money you win every time, that's part of the payback.
Yes.
So they were not going to put money in press button. That's exactly right, Cameron.
It is. You gotta have that.
Yep. Any channel that, again, I'll tell you this again, that tells you they can teach you how to win a jackpot is full of crap. There's nobody who has any secrets about slot machines. There's one channel who's blown up over the year, this last year, I'm not going to say it, and they claim they're a former slot tech and they know how these things operate. Well, you know what? I have friends who are slot techs. And for the most part, they fix paper jams, they reload paper, they do payouts. They do small repairs. They don't do any programming, anything like that, and they will tell you that. So.
And also, I'll show you right now. Is it okay if I talk a little bit?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, no, the camera, Don camera.
You're back. Camera. You're back.
All right, so you see this is a deconstructed slot machine right here. This is a WMS Blueboard. So if you look right here, here's the back plane, but here's the CPU. You can, let me try getting over all these wires. Excuse my boot. Hang tight.
It's a mess, Simon.
It is. You see this tape right here? It's kind of hard to see, but on my other CPU, it's bright red. So what they do, they tape the CPU up, tape it up like a mummy. There's so much tape, and you cannot even plug anything into the CPU without ripping that tape. The moment you rip that tape up, the gaming commission's coming at you. If you don't have your gaming commission's authorization, look right here. That's another plug. You can't even plug anything into the CPU, and you cannot even get that CPU open unless you have an authorization and hours of paperwork. Backplane, take a look at that. All slot techs do is, from what I've heard, is they plug wires in and they just solder it. They don't have any access to that program right there. And all they have access to is all these, like, the bell validator to get the jams out, the cooling supply just to repair it in case the fans break, and the speakers, of course. That's all slot techs have access to.
That is absolutely perfect, Simon. Very well said. Very well said. But yeah, they're regulated. and they're all programmed to the factory. Um, Susan Roberts said something. She said she learned something new. She thought they were monthly. Um, it really, it's kind of funny, Susan, because here's the thing: they're based on paying in, right? They can't just pay everything out and then lose money, okay? Um, but it's just a matter of the amount of money paid in the casino into the machine. It's got a threshold. It's got to hit before it pays out. Now, this machine over here may not take a lot of money and then pay a bunch out because this other one's not going to pay out. So there's a method to the madness, and nobody knows what it is. Honestly, they
Not
really
at
don't.
all. And also, there's they say that the rumor has it that there's an anonymous building in Las Vegas that has all the slot machine programs on CDs. There's an anonymous office that has all the slot machine programs so that regulators can compare these slot machine programs to that and to the casinos, so in case the casinos try to monkey and tamper with them.
Yep, 100%. Quidzu had a question also up there when you get a second.
There you go, Quadzu. Do
Quadzu,
Indian casinos, sorry?
Do they follow the same rules? It's kind of a double-edged sword. Indian casinos have a gaming commission. The one thing different about Indian or tribal casinos are, at least in Oklahoma, they don't have to disclose their payout percentages. So while you can go to Vegas probably and look at any casino and look at their payout percentages for the previous year, that you can do. They don't even report that to the state. So that's one thing.
And also, Lettuce Market U is asking, do new machines pay better?
That's kind of a funny question because I always assume that, hey, a brand new machine that just got put in, it's got no money, right? It's not going to pay. And that's totally untrue. If you watched my channels and watched, I've been playing a quarter 10-bet King of Coin that I've done really well on. 2 days after it was put in, and one of them hit a $2,500 jackpot. And it might have been the day it was put in. So, yes, a brand new machine could come in, be put in, and actually hit a jackpot or pay out real well. So just because the machine's well doesn't mean that it's not going to pay well.
And
so
also, sorry, what were you saying? It froze.
The new machines can pay out just as well as ones that have been there forever.
So true. And also, I'm going to add, the reason why new machines look like they pay out more is because more people are sitting down and playing them more frequently, so therefore it creates the illusion.
Well, if you think about it, go to a big casino, a big Vegas casino, or Choctaw down in southern Oklahoma that's huge. There's machines that probably don't get paid. Someone's gonna get played any day, but you can still go up and win on it. Hold the machine. She lost the money to get more money. Swears it'll pay off. Scotty H-Town, that sounds like Jackpot Joe. He just keeps dumping it in until it hits. And Gamblers Unknown's right. Sooner or later it will hit. The question is, how much do you have to put in versus what's going to pay out? So if you let's say you put $2,000 in a slot machine and you hit a $2,500 jackpot, by the time you pay taxes, you probably broke even or maybe lost money. Just how it is.
Noreen is asking, is there a reason why they would move a machine around? A machine I usually play was moved to the other side of a casino.
My opinion on that, and I'll give you a roundabout of opinion, actually. Where I grew up at, or actually where I moved from, there was a farm store called Rural King. And they actually hired a bunch of Walmart executives, former ones, okay? And this kind of marketing is the same as a store. You ever go to a store and where you used to go get something that's gone, it's not there anymore?
Yes.
They do that so you'll go to other parts of the casino and play machines you may not have played. If you go to this one area and play a machine all the time, you may stay in that one area and go nowhere else. But if they move to the other side of the casino, now you're going to a part of the casino you may have never went to before. So it gets you around different parts of the casino, hoping you will play different machines. That's my opinion on that.
That is such a great insight.
Yep. Gamblers Unknown is 100% right. You can read that one, Simon.
Just remember, if any kind of put out a video saying top 5 slots to play, it's a personal preference and there's no best way to play.
That's correct. Just, Jay Real asked me my favorite slot. I don't really have a favorite slot. My wife said the one that pays out. That's correct. My favorite is the one paying out. So, yeah, there are no best slot machines. There are ones that you have played that you feel good about, you have won on, things such as that.
Let's talk about the burgers at high wins.
The burgers at high wins are incredible, Jackpot Joe, and you're going to find out when you come. All the food at high wins is good. There's a side entrance to the restaurant. There are people at the High Winds Casino who come in from town just to eat at the restaurant, not even to gamble. So
Nice.
That should help you out.
And I do think that we have time for one last question. Quads was asking, how do you feel about online casinos?
I play the free coins. I win some money here and there. They're really, the tricky part is they're not really a casino as they call it, because they're sweeps coins and so forth and so on. But it's like anything else. It's luck. I know people have won millions of dollars on them, but also people have lost millions of dollars. No different than a regular casino.
Yep.
So gambling is gambling.
It is.
If it was easy, they would call it winning. That's all I got to say.
So true. And also that's why I know I'm going to add on take the last little bit of it, but that's why I'm doing the show called Let's Talk Slots, where I know it's kind of coming from like a home casino owner, somebody who owns slot machines, and I'm going to be like this, like really talking about this, like going to be nailing in the idea of like why there's no strategies and like going to debunk all the myths on my show. My show does, if you're curious, my show does air every Wednesday, and I do talk about stuff in depth.
Simon, you should do a website about that, because
Thank you.
I know nothing about home casinos. I've learned a lot about you from your WMS games you do and stuff, and your shows are great to do that. But you should also because there's places you can buy these things, right? The parts and whatnot. You should do a website explaining how to build them, how you do that, because I could probably do it because I have a computer background. I had a computer business for a number of years. So you're dealing with the same thing: CPUs, motherboards, power supplies, so forth, so on. But yeah, I mean, you should do a website or even a Facebook page on it. You might be surprised how many people you get.
Thank you so much. I would definitely consider a website on the Facebook page. And Jackpot Joe does have some dote on Mr. Hampay.
Does he really have his own machines, Jackpot Joe? I didn't know that. Jackpot Joe's got 8 machines in his garage that are broken. Real casino machines.
Oh my gosh. I would love to see your 8 casino machines, please, Jackpot Joe. I would love to see a picture.
They're broken. They don't work.
I can help fix them.
There you go. See? There you go, Jackpot Joe. I hooked you up.
Do you know what manufacturer they are, Jackpot Joe? I'm curious, Jackpot Joe, do you know what machines they are? And I can help fix all of them. If they're WMS Blueboards, you're in good luck. Alright, Jackpot Joe, I can help you fix the S2000s. I can't fix the Bally's, but I can fix the IGT S2000s.
So J-Real had one more question.
J-Real says, reason I asked that is because there are some slots that aren't worth the better amount to hit a decent size win, or a jackpot should be off the casino floor, but it leaves them for various reasons.
You're right. You're very right. what I run into. I ran into a lady at the casino who watched my channel the other day, and there's nothing wrong with this, but she bets no higher than 50 cents ever, ever. And there are people like that, you know. They have a limit to stick to. They like to gamble, and they're hoping for a big win on a small bet amount. So
Yes,
I think that's why I leave those in there. You know, is to really to customize everybody. You know, Stacia slot channel is probably what I'd call a low rolling channel. Nothing wrong. It's great. Uh, Jackpot Joe slots is a high roller channel. I'm probably middle, I guess. Gamblers Unknown is middle to high. So there's tastes for everybody who likes to see different gambling. But the thing is, with all the channels is they're all real and they all show real gambling, which is incredibly great. Yes, J-Real progressives are harder to hit. And a lot of people chase them, you know, and you just never know when they're going to hit. It's a sad thing.
it is. I remember somebody chasing like this. I remember playing with one of my friends, and all of a sudden she got like a major jackpot out of nowhere.
Yep. You never know what's going to hit on. That's why they call it gambling and not winning.
Yep, gambling for sure. Well, J-Ro has one last question. I know I got to go soon, but J-Ro's like,
do you know this? Do you know the answer to this, Simon? Because I do. If you know it, you take it.
nope.
Video poker is regulated. There's 52 cards in a deck. Okay? So video poker has to have those same odds. So yes, video poker is actually the best odds in the casino of any to play if you like to play that. But yes, it has to. They can't change the odds any. You know, on a slot machine, there's no odds, right? There's no. You know, it's going to hit 3 symbols and so many spins. It's not there. But there's 52 cards in a deck. So you take 52 cards and you play draw poker yourself. The odds are video poker are the same as what you just did in your hand. And that's why those are better odds.
Yes. That is exactly right. And, well, I really want to thank you for being a guest tonight. I'll get your t-shirt design ready to go.
Awesome. Awesome. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. I can't wait to talk to you again. And it's and I do want to invite you on to an episode on Wednesday of Let's Talk Slots because you're so knowledgeable and you're so correct about slot techs.
Sounds good to me. Just let me know when.
I will see you on, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Bye
Thanks
bye.
for coming, everybody.
Make sure to subscribe to Oklahoma Casino Reviews.
Thank you.
You're welcome.